based on Numbers 26:27. After the plague at Peor, the Lord instructed Moses and Eleazar to take a new census of all Israelite, men 20 years old and above who could go to war. Numbers 26:1-2. This count would determine who would actually enter and inherit the land. Since the previous adult generation had died in the wilderness because of unbelief, except for Caleb and Joshua, Numbers 26:63-65. The land was to be allotted as an inheritance to the tribes in proportion to their numbers, yet still within the boundaries marked by God's promise. In this context of inheritance, a unique case arose. 5 sisters, Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah, came forward. They were the daughters of Zelophehad of the tribe of Manasseh, Numbers 27:1. Their father had died in the wilderness, not as part of Korah's rebellion, but in the ordinary course of life, and he left no sons, Numbers 27:3. The sisters stood before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the leaders, and the whole assembly at the entrance to the tent of meeting, and asked why their father's name should disappear simply because he had no male heir. They requested a piece of land among their father's brothers as their inheritance, Numbers 27:4. Moses did not decide on his own. He brought their case before the Lord, Numbers 27:5. God replied that the daughters of Zelophehad were right in what they were asking. He established a lasting statute for Israel. If a man died without a son, his inheritance was to pass to his daughter. If no daughter, then to his brothers. If no brothers, then to his father's brothers. And if none of these, to the nearest relative in his clan. Numbers 27:8-11. In this way, God ensured that family lines and inheritances would not vanish, and he affirmed that a just claim, even from those with little social power, mattered in his law. Immediately after this, the Lord told Moses that his own time was drawing near, and that he would view the land from a distance but not enter it, because of his failure to honor God's holiness at the waters of Meribah, Numbers 27:12-14. Moses' response was not self-pity but shepherd-esque concern. He asked God to appoint a man over the congregation, a leader who would go out before them and come in before them, so that the Lord's people would not be like sheep without a shepherd, Numbers 27:15-17. The Lord chose Joshua son of Nun, a man in whom was the Spirit. Moses was to lay his hand on Joshua, set him before Eleazar the priest and the entire assembly, and commission him in their sight.